Leverage is earned, not granted. Hi, I'm Ed Riggins, but most people just call me Riggo, and welcome back to Thoughts for Thursday. Several years ago, we were doing some major home remodeling. I got a bid from a contractor who'd done a great job for us several years prior at a different house. He had been trustworthy last time, but it quickly became clear this time that in the intervening years, he had developed a drug habit. Things went south and we had to fire him and start over with somebody else. I knew at the beginning of this thing it would be a good idea to get several bids, but inertia had gotten the best of me, and it cost my family a lot of money. I had not made the required time investment that would have earned me some leverage in that situation. If you look around carefully, you'll see this principle demonstrated in many different contexts. In the domain of international relations, there's this old adage that apparently is attributed to this former Secretary of State George Shultz, who said, "Diplomatic power operates in the shadow cast by military power. Having military power earns you leverage at the diplomatic bargaining table." Mark Carney, the Canadian Prime Minister, recently delivered a speech at Davos. He was referencing this principle in his speech when he said, quote, "Diversification internationally is not just economic prudence. It's a material foundation for honest foreign policy because countries earn the right to principled stands by reducing their vulnerability to retaliation," close quote. He was pointing out that when you're negotiating with powerful parties, they need to know that you have done the work required to create other options for yourself. Options give you leverage, and the other side can sense that leverage in their interactions with you. Here's an example of this principle in a much less lofty context. Even when I was representing a tenant who wanted to simply stay put and renew their lease, I would encourage them to spend just a few hours with me looking at alternative spaces. By about the second stop on our property tour, they'd usually turn to me and say, "You know, Riggo, if we can't get a good deal from our current landlord, we could move to this spot." And in that moment, I knew we had earned the leverage I needed to get them a better deal. Thanks for joining me.
Doors closing.